Oh my gosh. Boo, what are you doing right now? Are you trying to scare me or
Pause
something?
that music.
What is going on? Oh my gosh!
I'm about to cry.
Are you serious?
I can't even talk.
Oh my gosh. What's about to happen? Boo going to USC!
Oh my gosh.
I got a USC wife. What y'all talking about, nigga?
I am getting ready to sign my statement of intent, which says, yes, I intend to register at USC for the semester, honey. Masters of Science, Digital Media Management, online, starting in the summer. And I'm about to go ahead and let the girls know that I'm committing. Yeah. Let's go home. Honey, it's a lot that I have to do in a very little time because the semester starts in like less than a month and it's all this stuff. But I definitely want to go down there to the USC campus, period, because like, girl, I'm a Trojan. Yeah. Yep. Y'all, look. Don't mind the background. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I got something in the mail. Y'all know I gotta do my post.
It's University of South Carolina.
I gotta do my post. Okay. Oh. Okay. I got this off Amazon. This walk don't run. Girl, this is $23. I got 2 of them. This is like a letter. Did you
You want to get out of it?
Did you back up? No, I'm just playing. Look. Oh, so cute.
A minute, what you gotta turn it?
You in it. No, you can be in it. No. You can be in it. I know. They see all your chords too. Y'all. Look at this. Look at this. I just had to Google. I'm like, why do they put up the 2? Fight. And I guess this means victory. It's the V. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Somebody calling me? Look! Oh! Yeah! This was $20. You know me, I gotta have the custom stuff, okay? I can't stuff at the bookstore. I don't want to pay for that price. I don't know. I may get one, like official. The girl, anybody gonna know? It's cute. Okay, let me try this one. She's cute. She's cute too, honey. A little windbreaker. I mean, this is a windbreaker. She's cute. It has Trojans on the sleeve. Let's try her on. Okay.
Who you thought you was?
This is a little tight.
Very just tight.
I didn't want a big fit for this one though. But it's just too hard to put on. Look at that. Look at the back.
University of South Carolina.
Oh, that's why you said that? It's USC, baby, not SC.
University of South Carolina.
Okay. These will be linked in my Amazon storefront, which will be linked in my description
box. Nobody want to buy
box.
nothing from your storefront. But you need to post in your storefront is them 2 birds. Tell me where you got it from. Dollar Tree.
You done?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm gonna chill before you do me up.
Bye. Okay. Hello. Let's chat. Yeah. So your girl's going back to school. I know. That sounds super duper crazy. All of my OGs, y'all probably saw my video that I made a few years ago about how I thought college was a scam. It was a waste of my time. All of that other stuff. If you're new to my channel, I believe I still have it, so you can go watch it after you watch this video. So I just feel like it's only right that I come back and update y'all about my mindset and clearly what brought me to this point of earning my master's. Wow. Girl, because never in my life did I think that I would do it. First off, let me just say, this was not my idea at all. This was 100% God. 100% God's idea. Okay, where to start? I feel like I have to tell a story, and in order for me to tell a story, I gotta kind of go back. So I graduated, for those of you who do not know, from California State University, Northridge. In 2017, I got my bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. I went to college straight out of high school. And when I went to college, I did not know what the heck I wanted to do. I just went to college because it was a thing. I went to school. I graduated in 2017. I knew by the time I graduated college that I did not want to do what was within my degree. I did not want to be a newscaster. I didn't want to work for a news station. I didn't want to do any journalism. I didn't want to do any news reporting. I didn't want to do that. I knew that I wanted to be in front of the camera, sometimes behind the camera, and I knew that I love to create things. So when I graduated college, my thing was I want to be on TV. I want to have my own TV talk show. And then kind of a few years later, it was I want to be a full-time content creator. You do not need a degree for those things. Sure, my broadcast journalism degree could come into play, but I know a lot of TV personalities who do not have degrees and they seem successful. So at that point, back in 2017, I felt like this was a waste of my time, a waste of 5 years of my life. While in undergrad, a lot of times I felt like out of place. I felt lost. I did not know what I was doing. Honestly, it took me forever to even declare a major. I had to declare a major, and shout out to one of my college friends, Ugochi. She was the one who suggested broadcast journalism because I'm like, I like to be on camera, and it's really nothing that I can do that I can major in that requires me to be on camera, except for if I wanted to do like cinema or communications. Like I didn't want to do any of those things. So broadcast journalism was the closest I was going to get, but I did not like it. Girl, I don't even watch the news. I don't even watch the news. I feel like a lot of it is entangled in fear. Girl, don't ask me how I know about what's going on in this world. It's really be through my mama. And if it's not on social media, then I probably don't know. So moral of the story is, before I even graduated with my BA, I felt like this was a waste of my time. But I needed to finish. I was already there. So that was my mindset. Now I graduated, I have my degree, I'm trying to get a job. I could not get a corporate job or anything related to my degree. I mean, I did not want to work in anything with journalism. I didn't want to do it. So I really wasn't even applying for those jobs. I was applying for jobs, y'all. I could not get a corporate job for nothing. The job that I did end up getting was my first contract job, and it was to be a tutor. Nothing, I did not like, in order to be a tutor, you did need to have either in college or completed college, but it didn't matter your degree. I didn't get my degree in education, so why am I being a tutor? That was my first job. I did that for about 2.5 years. Y'all know I love the Lord, and the Lord leads my life. And I allow for God's instructions and for God's prophetic words to lead me. I believe that everyone's life is prophetic. Everything in my life is prophetic. What that means is that I'm living out something that has already been planned. And you can do it too if you're not already. All you have to do is just decide. God has a will for you. So if you decide to do his will for your life, everything about your life will be prophetic. So everything about this moment that I'm in is prophetic. Everything about the man that I married is prophetic. Y'all watched my video. Y'all knew how I knew that this man was for me. 2 years before he knew. Like, if you allow God to lead you and you position yourself for him to lead you, he will send instructions, whether it be through him, whether it be through a word that he gives somebody else, all of that. So y'all know, if y'all don't know, like, God leads my life, but it is through his prophecy. I have many prophetic words that have been spoken over me since I was a young girl. God has been giving me vision about my life and what it is that he wants me to do. And even as an adult, as a 30-year-old, he's doing the same thing. And it's beautiful to see it manifest and to live in it. And it's like stuff that we see in the Bible is still happening today. Like, God showed up to Moses in a burning bush. I mean, God shows up to us through people, through his prophets, like through people who have the prophetic gifting, through his spirit. God is showing up and speaking instructions to us still till this day. And honestly, that's why I'm making this video, because I really want it to encourage y'all to live your life, submit your life to God so you can experience these moments. Okay, anyways, so 2017, I was out of college, working at a job that did not require the type of degree that I had, feeling lost, just feeling all of these things. And I went to this church, which was my old church, for the very first time, and I got a prophetic word. And one of the things that was said was this.
Your name again, Kira. Can I minister to you? This is what I heard the Lord say. And so the Lord wants to bring you into a place now where he's going to bring manifestation. There's something that God is about to do education-wise with you. I saw an upgrade in education because of where he's going to give you the footing. He wants you to be able to have the foundation that he wants you to have.
Okay, so at the time when I heard that, right, everything else he said was spot on. Okay, it resonated with me. I knew that he was hearing from the Lord because he was telling me stuff that there was no way he would know, because I didn't know him, right? When he said that, though, I said, upgraded education. I don't know what he's talking about. And maybe I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I know for certain you ain't talking about me going back to school, because y'all, I graduated. I know how I felt those 5 years being in school. I felt lost. I felt like I was amongst people and I could not relate to them. I'm like, I got this degree and I'm still doing a job, barely making any money, don't have enough money to live on my own. Like, I got this college degree, like I should be successful, right? No, that was not my story fresh out, because that's honestly how they marketed college to our generation. Go to college, get a degree, get a great job, live a great life. Boom, the American dream. That's not the case. I got these student loans and I got a job where I'm not even making enough money to go live by myself. What are you talking about, upgraded education? I don't know what you're talking about. 2020, I became a social media manager. Do you want to know why the supervisor decided to work with me? Y'all, it was because of my degree. She told me, she said, I've been looking for someone who has a broadcast journalism degree, who has that background, because I really want you to come on camera. She said, I was looking for someone to come on camera. I want you to create these news stories and put it on social media. And I also want you to manage our social media pages. Can you do that? I'm like, yes. So essentially, I was getting paid for my goods and my services. I was doing entrepreneurial work for the college. And so when I got the job, I'm like, okay, maybe this is what he meant by upgraded education, because I'm working for a college and I was learning a lot. I did not study it. At that time when I went to school, it was no area of study to study social media, to study digital media. It wasn't anything like that. Had it have been, I'm sure I would have majored in it, but it was nothing like that. So I thought, okay, this job is maybe the upgraded education, because I was learning a lot about social media that I didn't know. And so I was like, okay, Lord, I could do that. You funny. Like, you really had me scared all them years, but I'm like, okay, cool, I could do that. Started doing social media management in 2020. For the last 4 years, that's how I've been making a living. I also do content creation on the side. And, I've worked with small businesses and just really doing entrepreneur work, really working for myself, contracting with other businesses, doing social media management. So now we're fast forwarding into now. I hope y'all are keeping up with the story. I'm doing my best to tell y'all in a way that makes sense. So now here we are, the end of last year. I was like, what is going on with my life? I started to feel very discontent. I started to feel like there's more. I'm just like, I don't like this. Y'all know for the longest I have been seeking and really pursuing, trying to do content creation, influencing full time. I felt like the closer that I got to that, the more I realized I don't think this is something that I solely want to do. It's isolating unless you got a team of people coming to your house every day. It's an isolating job. And the fact that you can record a video and make 10 bands, now that happened to me once, but that's not a norm for me, right? But the fact that you can do that, what else, and make 10 bands, like you're covered for the month or whatever, like what else are you doing throughout your day? Not having any structure. I wasn't feeling like I was growing. I wasn't feeling challenged. Like I felt very stagnant. And I'm like, I don't think this is something that I want to do, like solely the only thing that I want to do. And so I began to pray. I began to seek God. And I was like, I'm tired of this lifestyle. I'm also tired of working for myself. It's a lot of responsibility. I was learning so much. I've learned so much about entrepreneurship over the past 4 years. It's a lot, y'all. And like I said, entrepreneurship was never something that I sought out. It just happened. It was God's will for me because I was trying to get a corporate job. I've never worked a corporate job. I've never worked a 9-to-5, not even till this day. So now we're in the beginning of 2024. Around February, I was like, I'm gonna apply to a corporate job. Like, why not? Maybe the Lord has changed his mind. Maybe he'll let me work for corporate. Maybe the corporate job thing was a right idea, wrong time. So I'm like, maybe it's the right time. So let me try again. I applied. I made it to the last round of interviews, and I'm very proud of myself because I have not interviewed for years, and it takes a lot for me to sell myself. I have not been good at that in the past. So for me to brush up on those skills, make it all the way, 4 rounds, okay? One of those rounds was a creative project that was very hard. Made it 4 rounds to the last round, did not get the job. I told God though, I said, look, if I don't get this job, I know it's because you're shutting the doors. I'm trying to figure out what's next for me, but if you shut the door, I trust you, right? Because I know that you know what you're doing. But when I did not get the job, I was upset. I was frustrated, not because I did not get that specific job. It was because of what that job would have offered me. It would have made some of my hardships that come with entrepreneurship, it would have made them go away, right? Because I'm working for someone else. I got to be responsible for half the stuff I got to be responsible for now. Had I got the job. So that's really what I was upset about. I think I spent like a week or 2 upset about it, down in the dumps. Then I went right back to my place of seeking God, asking him what's next. God began to remind me of the stuff that he spoke to me years ago. He began to remind me of that part of that word that I received from him. And not only that, when I used to live in LA, the Holy Spirit would highlight USC to me. And I was like, what's going on? Like, I used to get on my nerves. Like every time I would pass by it, I'm like, what is it? Like I felt something in my spirit. Like I knew the Holy Spirit was speaking to me, highlighting that school to me. I'm like, what's going on? Like something about to happen to the school, like, and then I would get, I'm not trying to sound spooky, but for those of y'all who know, y'all know, so I'm gonna just share it. And then he will highlight the year 2025 to me. And I'm like, what's gonna happen to the school in 2025? Like, something gonna happen to it. And then I was thinking, because I was dating Joel at the time, I'm like, does it have something to do with Joel? Like, is Joel gonna go there? Is he gonna coach there? Like, what's going on with the school? Fast forward to now. Sorry for shaking, y'all. So I began to seek the Lord. He began to show me and remind me of all these things. And I'm like, I know you're not telling me to go back to school. I thought that we already did that. I thought that I was able to escape that. I had to submit myself, y'all. I had to pray. I sought out wise counsel. I told a few people. I told my 2 sister friends, shout out to them. They were very encouraging and they gave me money so that I could apply and pay the application fee, because I didn't even want to do that. I'm like, I'm not applying. I told God, I said, if you want me to apply to this school, you need to give me a fee waiver, because I'm not paying for the application. Boom. Sent my friends to pay the application fee for me. I was not expecting that at all, because at that point I was like, this is really not something that I want to do. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. Why am I going back to school? You already know it's like a type of beef between entrepreneurs and higher education. It's real. It's a lot of altercation. It's a lot of feistiness between the two. I was like, this makes no sense, right? I stepped out. I was afraid. I also was like, I don't want no more student loans. Girl, who's gonna pay for this? And y'all know USC is not cheap at all, right? So I'm thinking about this. I'm talking to my husband about it. I'm telling him, like, look, I don't know, but this is what I sense God is doing, and I don't know, right? I've been praying about what's next, and I'm thinking this is what he's saying. I believe it was that same day I was talking to my husband, I received a LinkedIn, a message on LinkedIn from USC. Hey, Kiara, we think you should check out our digital media management master's program. You'd be a great fit. And I'm like, what the heck? I was just, maybe the phones be listening, child. I don't know. But I was like, what is going on? Looked into the program. I seen all the stuff that they offer. I mean, it was honestly insane. Some of the things that the program offered. And I'm like, dang. Like that's low key, like that's fire. Like that's something that I could benefit from even as an entrepreneur. And then they even have an entrepreneur aspect to their program. So then I'm like, dang, I could really like benefit from this knowledge, right? Because don't forget what the word said. I need the foundation for where I'm going. And I'm like, dang, this is crazy. So I applied, y'all, scared, unsure. I mean, I just had a rejection from the job. So I'm like, can I deal with another rejection? But I also felt like if I don't get in, I won't be tripping too much, because like this was really not my idea at all. And so as y'all know, I applied and I got in. And lastly, y'all want to know what's funny is that when I was a little girl, not a little girl, but I think when I first started thinking about college, I said I wanted to go to USC. I had to have been in like middle school or high school. And I grew up in San Bernardino, California. That is inner city, a lot of minorities. A bunch of school systems were trash. Like we had teachers calling us stupid, cussing at us, the kids cussing at the teachers. That was the type of environment that I was in. I was in and out of Christian school for elementary. But by the time I went to high school, 8th grade and up, baby, strictly public school. So I remember telling my academic advisor at the time that I want to go to USC. I really feel like I was in middle school or maybe like 6th grade. And she was like, oh, baby, you'll never get into USC. People like us, and she was a Black woman, but she said, people like us, the school you go to, we don't get into USC. It's a very competitive school and it's really expensive. I doubt you could afford it. Ooh. I remember I came and I told my mama that. My mama was like, you don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. The sky is the limit. Da, 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 da. Anyways, I mean, I go through college, like I totally forget about that because I'm like, yeah, she right. Like, girl, that's out of my league. Like, I do not have a 4.0. Girl, she was like, you be lucky if you get into the college across the street. Hell, you be lucky if you graduate, because not everybody was graduating my high school. So if you graduated from where I came from and you went to college, girl, you're doing something. Over the years of like just in high school, I totally forgot about it and just became more realistic with my goals. So the fact that I am getting to go to USC, it literally reminded me of those old desires that I have. And I feel like when you live for God and you allow God to lead you in your life, he has a way of reviving those old desires that you have that you probably forgot about. I forgot about that. I completely deaded that. Like, I forgot about it. And he has a way of reviving those things. So it's like, wow, for me to be attending this school to get my master's, I'm like, wow, I had a desire, and I'm sure he placed it there in me because he knew this would happen. But it's like, wow, God. So I just wanted to point that out too, because that's something else. So why am I sharing that with y'all? What I want y'all to take away from this video is the importance of allowing God to be Lord over your life, allowing him to lead your life, and to know that God has a purpose and a plan for your life. If you're like me, and let's say you believe that God is pressing in on your heart to do something, but you may be afraid, you may be like, I don't really want to do it. You may be like, I don't know if this is God. Stuff proves to be God. So you have to step out and see. And even if you step out, and it's not God, God is sovereign enough to redirect you to where it is that he wants you to go. It's the same thing he did with me with that job. Had I got the job, girl, I would not be here right now. Child, I'd be in the office right now. Like, I would not be thinking about school. Doing that, right? Stepping out, thinking like, okay, God, is this you? Looking for God. God didn't open the doors. That repositioned me to go in the direction that God wanted me to go. And it's crazy because God spoke this, he been speaking this to me for years. And God is so gracious. I feel like he kind of was just putting little things in my ear, a little bit, because he knew where my heart was. He knew that my heart was hardened. My mindset was like, no, I'm not going to school. Like, you know, also to go back to the 2025 thing, I will graduate in 2025. I'm doing a year program. This is crazy. It's all planned out, y'all. It is all you got to do is seek him first. Obey and seek him. Everything is just gonna line up. So to answer the question, why am I going back to get my master's? Why am I going back to college? Why? And the answer is out of obedience, period. And that's what I want to challenge you and encourage you with, is to be obedient to God and do it no matter how you feel, no matter if you're afraid, no matter if it's going to be inconvenience, like God's going to provide. So just do it. So I just wanted to come on here and share that with y'all. Allow God to lead you. Knowledge is for everyone. College is not. I will say that. Go to college if your career requires it, or if God is telling you to go. That's the only way I'll say go to college, because it is a lot of extra stuff that comes with it. But yes, I just wanted to come on here and share that with y'all. I look forward to taking y'all along this journey with me on my master's program. I'm doing a 1-year program for digital media management. Super excited to take what I'm going to learn and apply it to the goods and the services that I offer as an entrepreneur. Just know the price is going up. Okay, yesterday's price is not today's price. But yeah, I'm excited. So just be encouraged, y'all. Take that step. Those of you who need to take that step, seek God, make him Lord of your life. Those of you who need to make God Lord of your life, and let him lead y'all. Because, child, my life is prophetic. I'm just bringing y'all along the journey with me, but your life is prophetic too. It's up to you to position yourself to hear what God is saying. So that's all. Follow me on all social medias. I will see y'all in the next video. Don't be rude. Comment something below. Something. Okay? It's so much to comment about. Pray and slay. I will see y'all in the next upload. Bye.
I've been all in my phone. I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your